In this video, I'm going to take a look at the Building Better Worlds supplement for the Alien Role-Playing Game from 3 League Publishing. Hi, welcome to Gamers Web. My name's Mark, and in this video I'm going to take a look at the Building Better Worlds supplement for the Alien Role-Playing Game from 3 League Publishing. Firstly, let me apologise for the lateness of this review. The product was sent out to me to review last month and it got lost in shipping and had to go back to 3 League, and then they had to send out another replacement. But here we are, we're here now. First of all, this was from 3 League, and many thanks go to Ball from 3 League for kindly sending this out to review. Okay, so the Building Better World supplement is a continuation of the Aliens role-playing games building blocks for your scenarios, your settings and campaign things, and this one is all about the colonists. The last supplement was the Colonial Marines Source, which was amazing, and then again this is exactly the same. It's more or less written by the same people, although the last one was mainly Andrew E Gaska. This one's got another contributor to it. Okay, so let's have a look what we get. Okay, all the wonder and danger of the stars is yours. If you can just wipe the grime off your face and dig the dirt from underneath your fingernails first. Earless moons circle swirling gas giants eager to be transformed into tomorrow's paradise. Dark ancient mysteries wait to be unearthed beneath a millennium of debris. Searing solar flares boil your flesh and blacken your bones as you harness their power to light 100 worlds. Long lost mysteries lie entombed in the frozen hearts of icy comets. Unstable tectonic plates shift to drown iridium mines in scalding lava. Even the truth of humanity's origins await you out there, orbiting some dying star. And out there amongst it all is something truly horrifying, something that nature never intended, something alien. Okay, quite atmospheric, as I'm sure you'll agree. Okay, Alien role-playing game Building Better Worlds is a complete campaign module for the award-winning official Alien role-playing game, giving you all the tools you need to run a full open world campaign as a pioneering explorers or colonists. You'll have to forgive me, man. My chest is very bad, so talking for a long while hurts. This 292-page book includes history of colonization, the story of how humanity claimed the stars, creating explorers and colonists, expanding character creation rules, including 2 new archetypes, gear and ships, an extensive chapter with new equipment, weapons and spacecraft, systems and colonies, 36 new worlds, from far spinward colonies, including the perfect spinward colonies, Will Yutani, extrasolar species catalogue, a host of new horrible xenomorphs to encounter, the Lost Worlds framework and backstory for a massive sandbox campaign, expeditions, 7 thrilling missions for your explorers, playable in any order, and making your own worlds, tools for creating worlds. And obviously the Alien role-playing game is needed to play this. Okay, so let's jump right in. Let's get it centered so we can see it properly. Right. Okay, so as we start off, we've got our far spinward colonies map. Again, with the 3 League products, they're always really well presented, and maps fantastic as usual. I mean, it's not as detailed as the one that's in the Colonial Marines or the core rulebook, but it's still pretty detailed. And this is the spinward colonies. So in case you're wondering, spinward means spinning inwards, and if it was going outwards it would be anti-spinward. It's a science fiction term, although it has been used in science for quite a while, since it was first coined, as far as I'm aware. Okay, so lead writer is Andrew E Gaska and Dave Semark. Andrew did the excellent Colonial Marines Source book, as well as the first 2 adventures and the adventures in the core rulebook, my mind slipped. But I've got reviews to all of them, and I'll leave the reviews up here or down there somewhere. And this will have a full written review as well as me going through this. Okay, so broken down into a number of chapters. We've got Pioneers Wanted, History of Colonisation, Organisation, Making Frontier Colonists, Gear and Ships, Campaign of on the Frontier, and then Systems and Colonies, Whaling Mutiny, Extrasolar Species Catalogue, The Lost Worlds, and Expeditions, and then Appendix. Okay, so as always with anything from Free League, the artwork is amazing, so is the layout. I have seen on some of the forums and Facebook groups recently that people are complaining about companies printing on black, having black pages and stuff like that. This is all entirely on black stuff, as you can see. I think it actually looks really professional. I think it looks really good, and I know that one of the big burning questions for Modiphius's Fallout, Star Trek, is when it's getting its reprint later this year. People were saying they didn't want it on black stock, they wanted it on white. I prefer it on black. And Free League, keep on doing this. I think it's brilliant. Okay, Pioneers Wanted. Space is a pitch black room. Stick your hand out and you might never get it back. Of course, you might be able to touch God. It's a gamble either way. Try not, however, is to wither and die. Only those bold and foolish enough to take a chance will change their lives. Captain J.V. Goham's first Bingwood Colonies Pioneer Willing Corp. Wonder if there's any relation. Gorman. Okay, so as always we get our breakdown, which is always at the beginning of the books, of what's in this book itself. And this is a player section. As you can see about the top here, it's a player section. The GM section's towards the back of the book, naturally. And obviously, if you're, I'm going to skim through the GM section when it comes to the actual campaign, because I don't want to spoil anything for anyone, because these games are best left completely virgin, completely untouched. When you actually play them, you get the shock of your life when something happens, which is brilliant. Okay, so this just tells us how to use the book and what we've got. Rumour control gives us what is actually going on in the area. So here are the facts, which always appears at the beginning of the books, which is a quote from John Glover's character in Alien 3. Okay, so exploring new worlds is a dangerous proposition. Corporate management will make snap decisions to prioritise the success of a mission over your goddamn life. Alien planets mean alien life forms and alien dangers unique to each world. Whilst there is often a backup team on your scientific exploration vessel, that's it. Something threatens the ship itself, they're all screwed and on your own. Okay, so you've got endurance tests and cross-training. Explorers are required to be at the physical peak before they are approved by their sponsors for expedition duty. Many are cross-trained in starship piloting and repairs to support an SEV's crew as needed. You want this job, it's time to get ripped. You prefer a potbelly, colonial life is for you. ICC quarantine, another famous thing from Alien. Just think, if only Ripley had got her way and Kane had been left outside, we wouldn't have known about the Xenos. Just Kane would have been just another victim, wouldn't he? Okay, upon returning from any space station, major traffic hub or core system from any exploration mission resulting in contact with an extraterrestrial life form, solar life form, contact with an extra solar life form, expedition teams are required to spend anywhere from 24 hours to 90 days in ICC quarantine. Any exploration team failing to notify ICC branch representatives such said contact, its members will face fines, imprisonment and confiscation of assets. No money. The compensation, unlike most careers on the frontier, explorers are well paid for their work. Incentives often include book deals, dedicated laboratories after decades in the field, and positions at prestigious universities. Okay. education and equipment, and then the dangers of space. Now we know that space is dangerous because, you know, it's big, it's vast. It's not like going down to the shop at the corner of the street, to paraphrase Douglas Adams. It's very, very big. And it takes a long time to get from one side of the galaxy to the other, even with the mass fusion drive engines that they've got on the ships. So, spatial phenomena as a dangerous space, black holes, dark matter, neutrino bursts, and quasars. Extraordinary things take the form in deep space, their very existence spitting in the eye of absolute vacuum. Life forms. For the first 40 years of extrasolar exploration, nothing larger than a microbe was discovered on alien worlds. Then first reported, although unconfirmed, alien life forms were worm-like creatures discovered by biologist Ralph Milburn on the recorded Prometheus mission logs in 2093. So we're going back to Prometheus with when they land on LV-233, I think it is. I'm not exactly sure without looking. So they are quite dangerous. You've got to be careful with them. Remnants of ruined civilizations, asteroids, moons, and planetoids. And then we go on to colonization. You already know space is hell. Space truckers that are visiting your colony when you were equipped made that clear. The way you saw it, you had three options for a better life. Stow away on Star Freighter, take your chances hopping ship to ship, doing menial tasks, or join the Colonial Marines and find yourself in firefights over lines on a map, or sign up to colonize a brave new world. Okay, so again, we've got the rumor control, which it really actually sets your players up and gives your players a basis on what's happening. Same with the here are the facts as well. Now, the here are the facts that are presented to the players may be slightly different from the here are the facts that are presented to the GM, because sometimes the games master gets knowledge, obviously, that the players aren't privy to. Life on the Frontier, hand-me-downs, contract of colonial rights and liberties. Drafted by two organisations that no longer exist in their original form, the United Nations Interplanetary Corps and Whaling Corps, the contract of rights, colonial rights, grants all UA and 3WE, Third World Empire, intra and extra-solar colonists the right to free speech, religion, subcontract assembly, and the right to petition the company or government. Of these five liberties, the right to subcontract is the most talked about. So, again, it's all boiling down to money. You know, we live in a world where money is tantamount to God. And in the far future, it seems to be not much has changed. There's a lot of greedy people out there. Okay, so we've got the history of colonisation. This is a bit of fluff from Peter Whalen to David 8. From, I think it's from Prometheus, I'm not exactly sure. Okay, and then we've got our timeline, which starts in last year, actually 2023, and then goes on all the way up to the current day, which is 2189, I think it is. Yeah, so Hyperdine's Legacy of Conflict. My light's just gone out. Oh, yeah. So just bear with me a second. For some reason my light has stopped working. I shall be one moment. Right. I have no idea why my light stopped working. Okay, so as I was saying, we go from 2023 up to the current year, which I'm positive is 2189, 2166, which is just before Aliens. 2180 we're up to, and yeah, 2180, the year of the dragon. Deadly Contagion on Fiore 161. Viral breaks out and recorded on the realm colony Anchor Point and Regina Station. US Colonial Marines respond to viral outbreak on LV-666 near Forest Station. Right, and then the destruction of Adler's Hope investigation. Okay, so basically it ties up to the end of Alien 3, and I think this actually covers a little bit of the details of Alien Isolation, which is the computer game. Okay, then we've got like the Arcturian conundrum, the biological disasters of the Middle Heavens. Okay, yeah, we're up to 2189. So here's our full timeline and breakdown, and the current year should be 2189. Organisation, obviously, no extrasolar colony can run without something to help back it up, and as such, companies like Weyland-Yutani are huge corporations that invest billions and billions of dollars into the colonization, terraforming of planets, training of their colonists, and transporting them from Earth or Gateway or Jupiter or one of the other planets in the inner system out to these colonies, which takes a long while because a lot of these people have got to be in hypersleep. Okay, so an exploration team normally consists of exo-scientists, research associates, company representatives, security officers, scouts, but it also has families, people who do the janitorial work and stuff like that, which we'll get into. The ECA is the Extrasolar Colonization Administration. This is the thing that governs what colonists can and can't do, and all the companies need to answer to the ECA, and it was formed after the United Nations basically became broke up. Okay, there's a flag very reminiscent of raising the standard on Iwo Jima, yeah. For some reason my brain wants to say Okinawa, but I'm positive it's Iwo Jima. Okay, so we've also got general managers, roughnecks, assistant managers, security officers, deputy colonial marshals, wildcatters, the Cador pet science technicians, governmental organisations, and then we start getting now into our organisation for the various factions within the Alien Role-Playing Game universe. So you've got the CCA, which is the Central Confederates of Africa, which I'm positive also includes Great Britain. Oh no, it isn't. It's I'll come on to that in a second. United Nations, Interstellar Settlement Corps, Thrope Rescue and Recovery, Colonial Marshal Bureau, and then we come into our other things here. So we've got United States Colonial Marine Corps, the USMC, which is USCMC, sorry, which is the corps that the Colonial Marine book covers, and we follow in Aliens. United American Colonial Guard, United American Outer Rim Defense Fleet. These are all covered in the Colonial Marine book, if you want more details on that. I think this is one of the next books, the Union of Progressive Peoples, the UPP, which is basically China and I think Turkey and India, but basically they're the bad guys in the game. They're the ones who took over from not so much the corporation. They're actually a nation. They're actually a sovereign state. And then you've also got Third World Empire, which is the one that's made up mainly of British companies. Weyland-Yutani was actually part of Third World Empire, but now Weyland-Yutani is on Lawrence. It's all, and as you can see, it's got like a Union Jack stylized there. The Royal Expeditionary Group, and Sir Peter Weyland's Explorers. And then Independent Course System Colonies, ICSC, Geogold Institute, Weyland-Yutani Corps, and Seegson Corporation. Seegson are the guys who make the androids. So you get, not the androids like Bishop or David, because that's Weyland-Yutani. These are Seegson that do the working Joes that appeared in Alien Isolation. And they also do a variant called the Fighting Joes as well, which we'll get into in a little while as well, I think. Hyperdyne Corporation, also linked with James Cameron's Terminator. Hyperdyne Systems was linked with the Terminator movie, which later became Cyberdyne. Where am I? Okay, Omnitech Resources, Gemini Exoplanet Solutions, Keeler Mining Company and Consortium, New Albion Protectorate, and then Making Frontier Colonists. So this is how we know we're 46 pages in, and we get to the character stuff, because the first of all it's just setting up the scene. The thing I really love about these books is the amount of information you get is phenomenal, it's brilliant. Okay, so these are the different things you can choose. Most of these are already covered in their core rule book or the Colonial Marines Source book, but your career paths, you've got Colonial Marine, Colonial Marshal, Company Agent, Kid, Medic, Officer, Pilot, Roughneck or Scientist, and then we've got new talents. You've got Wildcatter. A Wildcatter is basically a prospector who is very good at finding resources, and then an Entertainer. Basically, these are people who they entertain people on their the colonies. Okay, and new talents as well. And then this is a description of the Wildcatters. Okay, so you get your usual, your personal agenda and your signature items, your gear and appearance, which is common for both this game and Walking Dead and Blade Runner. Okay, so there is green in them, the hills, money to be made from every rock you can reach. If you know how to look for and you want to know and you know what to look for. You may be independent prospector, seeking out the rich resources that bring wealth to corporations, governments, and a little bit for yourself, or you've taken the company of dime and you might be a colonist surveyor, choosing the best site for building or estimating how much construction might cost, or land agent, defining who owns what and who owes who how much in rent. And then the next one is the Entertainer. Fronting is all kinds of people to make life bearable. Everyone knows about pilots, engineers, company shills, security guards, scientists and medics, but that's not you. You're an entertainer, a performer, croupier, unofficial club owner, waiter, barkeep, or other professional. One of the usual unsung folks that make life in the rundown rat shit place bearable. At the end of a long day, the roustabouts and mechanics, lab technicians and cleaners all need a friendly face and an hour or two where they can forget about how tough their life is. Your job is to provide exactly that, and that's what you do. You make life bearable on the frontier. That sounds like a really, really good character class, which I want to seed into my next campaign, hopefully. And then ready to depart, so your personal agenda. These are rolls. You roll D66. This is 2 6-sided dice. Consult it and it tells you what your personal agenda is. Or you can make your own personal agenda up with cooperation from your game's mother. Okay, gear and ships. I'm going to try and skim through this as quickly as possible. Weapons, so we've got rifles and pistols, shotguns, heavy weapons like flamers, suits and armour, fatigues, protective gear, hazmat suits, all that kind of stuff. A lot of this equipment is covered in the Alien Source, the Alien role-playing game itself, but some new stuff added here. New vehicles, where are we? Wayland Rover RT Series, Will Yutani 6x6 Terra Truck, and then lots and lots of other lovely bits and pieces. All these are new vehicles, I think. New spacecraft. Yep, all look like new spacecraft. I think the next book that's coming out is actually the what are they called? Not the ship jockeys. the ones that the truckers, space truckers. I think that's the next book that's coming out, though, where you play the characters from Alien, sort of. You know, the people who do long haul. Okay, campaign on the frontier, and this is our campaign rules, so campaign setting, and we build up our colony and what kind of colony it is. So we've got terraforming, research, prospecting, prison, mining and refining, new frontier, comms relay, military, farming, corporate or government. You know, lots of different things, great ideas, and we're still in the players section. Okay, and then this is one of my favourite things here: atmosphere processing, terraforming. You know, we built those. You know, it's one of my favourite lines in Alien. I absolutely love Paul Reiser's character, and I think that Burke was treated very, very justly, because Paul Reiser's an amazing actor and did a fantastic job, because everybody hates Carter Burke, but everybody loves Carter Burke because Paul Reiser did such a good job on the character. Okay, so colony campaigns and explorer campaigns, lots of different styles. Expeditions, cargo runs, salvage ops. You get sent to a spot on a map by your bosses. Then exploration, search and rescue, prospecting, scientific field trips, breakdown and sabotage, political infighting, civil unrest, family squabbles. You know, these things happen. Criminal investigations, raiders, going hunting, environment, and colony missions, challenges of frontier life. You know, you're millions of light years, thousands of light years away from Earth, probably from the rest of your family. What you're going to do if something goes bad, you've got to solve it on your own most of the time. Then conditions, so you get these are health conditions again. Some of these are actually covered in the other books. So you've got hypoxia, heat stroke, gravity dyspraxia. They're not very nice, you don't really want to have those. And then how to make a living, wildcatting, busted compression suits, ooh, nasty. Systems and colonies. So we've got loads and loads of new planets here. So we've got Outer Rim, Frontier, and beyond the 20 parsec limit. So you may have heard the word parsec before. It's quite famously used in the wrong context in the original Star Wars A New Hope, when Han Solo says that the Millennium Falcon's the ship that did the Kessel Run in less than 12 parsecs. And parsec is actually a unit of distance, not time, but they kind of rectified that in the Solo movie, which was a kind of Mickey Mouse way, no pun intended, of explaining somebody one of the many errors that George Lucas made in his own work. Okay, so lots of different sectors here. Tells you whereabouts it's located, what kind of terrains you've got. It's barren, it's wasteland. Population, formerly 211, now none. Then lots and lots of different ones. Some of these don't have any terrains because they're gas giants or what have you. Wayland Isle sector, that's from the Wayland exploration. Peopleopolis system. Right, so terrain, pressurized ammonia and methane gases. There's a station in orbit around here, 48 workers and 40 UNISC troops on station. Lots and lots of different things. Ursa Major, Delta Triangulae, Beta Canem, Vanitorum, Theta Persei system. So I don't think we're going to see anything like the LV4, LV246. My brain's gone. Acheron, LV426. Yeah, 426, 26th of April. Yeah, that's right. I don't think we're going to see that in here. But to be honest, I could be wrong. I did get to the PDF of this by Bo quite a while ago whilst I was waiting for the thing coming out, but I have a problem with my vision at the moment. I've got very, very, very poor eyesight. I'm waiting for an operation, so reading PDFs with the screen flickering is really difficult. Okay, still lots of more. Then we get to our Games Master section, or Games Master section. Oh, sorry, that was part of the Games Master section as well. Okay, so the first 80 or so pages of the game are the players section. So there's 93 pages is the players section, and after that, from page 95 onwards, is the Games Master. So, redacted from the Whaling Yutani Extrasolar Species Catalogue. There is a monster in your chest. These guys hijack your ship, and they just sold your cryotube to this human. And he put an alien inside of you. It's a really nasty one, and in a few hours it's going to burst through your rib cage and you're going to die. Any questions? Ripley 8 from Alien 4 and or Alien Insurrection. That's the thing. That's the first time we've actually gone that far forward with Ripley 8. Yeah, so this is quite a jump really, because we're on 2180, and as far as I can remember, Alien 4 is set in 2389, so a couple of hundred years. That's the furthest we've gone so far, that I've noticed anyway. Okay, so abominations, Xenocobra or Hammerpede from Prometheus, Pathogen Popper. These are also from Prometheus, I think. No, they're not. These are little critters. They're not the things that you stand on. But you've got your details for your hammerhead, and they're quite nasty. They're quite fast, and they've got an acid splash as well. Pathogen Stalker Venator, Human Abomination Variants. So Pathogen Deviant Mutate, Carrier the Tainted, and Husk of the Revenant. So a Beluga Head, which I think is a derivative of the Deacon, I'm not sure. Pathogen Lazar Shambler, and then Perfected. I don't know what these are because I've not read through them yet. And then you've got Proto-Xenomorphs, the living Proto-Hive. Right, so where are we? XX033, which is one of our big guys. They're I'm positive that's the one that's the XX003. XX033 is the alien from Aliens. Okay, so got Zygote, Squid Baby. Oh yeah, these are all from Prometheus. Prometheus. Yes, it's Prometheus, not Cosmic. Trilobite, and then ending up with a Deacon. And then we've got our Xenomorphs. That's it, XX121. That's the our alien from the movies. So there's different forms of those. As we know, there's the chestburst, there's facehugger, chestburster, drone, queen, and what have you. So there's not very many aliens in this, but it gives you the rules for them. I think it's the third time that we've had the rules, but I think this is the first time we've had the rules for things like the Hammerpede and what have you. Lost Worlds, again, a quote by Elizabeth Shaw. Far Spin with Colonies. Some characters of note. And these are... Oh, this is part of the adventure, sorry. Right, so the way things are going in this, running the Lost campaign. So I'll just skim through this quite quickly. Player characters, and you've got your ships. These are all your player characters and things. Exploring the Far Spin with Colonies. So I'm just going to skim through this quite quickly because I don't want to spoil anything for anybody. So you've got campaign events, how everything works, your non-player characters on 2 handy pages for your NPCs, which makes it really easy for your games mother or GM or whatever you want to call yourself. Contracts, expeditions. Right, so again, this is expanding on story adventures. You can use these in any way you want. There's 7 different ones apparently, and just very quickly click through it. Lots of great artwork as usual. And as you see there, that's the number 2, but you can play them in any order. That's his finale. So lots more characters, loads of NPCs that you can use in your games. Obviously you can flesh them out into other games. You could actually just use the characters whichever way you want to. Atmosphere processor, you know, you don't want to shoot your non-depleted uranium rounds around that thing, or else it kind of goes belly up. Okay, and then more expeditions, more maps. Devil lies in still waters. So that's 4. We'll just get through these. I'm not going to look at the rest of them because they're all the things. Right, that's the. Well, this is the next to last one. Sleeping God's Lie. This will be the last one, I would imagine. The Serapis section. It just keeps on going and going and going. So much stuff. Right, appendixes, and after that's for the campaign itself. Building your own world, enhanced systems and planets, lots of tables for you to actually roll your dice on and build your own universe. You can build your own world. You can, you know, even down to the orbital length of the planet itself, which is brilliant. Because, like, if you're on the moon, you have a 28-hour day rather than a 24-hour day, because that's the way it takes 28 hours for the moon to spin round. Great, brilliant. And your colony itself, how you get in, what's happening there, what policies, installations, projects, all sorts of stuff. Command team, how to use it in play, and lots of other things. Stories on the colony life. Then we have the character sheets at the back, so you can fill in your colony and how it shapes out. And these are free to photocopy, and they're also available, I think, on the Free League website. And that's about it. And then back to the star mapper again. So that's, I know it's not really that quick because it's 30 odd minutes, but that's a brief look through the Building Better Worlds supplement for the Alien Role-Playing Game from Free League. I will have a full description, a full breakdown of the game itself and an in-depth review up on Gamers Web, which I will leave a link down the bottom here in the comments. And what are your thoughts on this? You know, Free League have done a fantastic job with the 3 licenses that they've got at the moment. Walking Dead was amazing. Blade Runner, really, really good. And this is just like phenomenal. This just knocks it out of the park all the time. Is there any other games you'd like to see Free League do? I, for one, would really love Free League to get the rights to do Halo as a role-playing game, because that would just be me made up. Okay, so thanks for staying with us so long. As always, my name is Mark. No matter where you are in the world, please stay safe, look after yourself, and we'll hopefully see you again soon. And once again, many thanks to Bull from Free League Publishing for the review copy. Stay safe, stay frosty, and look after each other. Bye.